So after months of speculation, some teasers online and such, Royal Enfield has officially unveiled the Guerilla 450. Now this is the second Roadster model in the Royal Enfield lineup. So I can tell you all the specifications now. I can even show you how it sounds like. But before we go any further, as usual, a quick word from our sponsor. I'll be right back in 60 seconds. Hey guys, what are some of the things that you consider when choosing a petrol brand? For me, I make sure that the petrol can keep my engine clean and also give me better mileage. I'm sure everybody thinks about this when choosing a particular brand. With BH Petrol's Infinity RON 95 Euro 4M, you get precisely that. It has special German additives that reduces the amount of deposits that build up in your engine over the long term, keeping it clean. It also has improved friction modifiers that reduces the amount of friction that your engine has to go through, ultimately giving you better mileage and making BH Petrol's Infinity RON 95 Euro 4M the right choice. It's a really good looking machine, isn't it? Even in this yellow, black and purple, only Royal Enfield can get away with this. It's such a nice contrast of colors. It's a beautiful looking bike, no doubt. And it does have some touches of the Hunter 350, even though this is considered to be, it shares a lot of its internals and the frame and such with the likes of the Himalayan. Okay, anyway, the front of the bike, the tire duties are managed by Sita tires. These tires were actually manufactured specifically for the Himalayan, but the good thing about this is it has been adapted for to be used on the Guerilla. So it's more road biased, even though it has this very aggressive tread pattern and such. And it's a hard compound tire. The thing about this tire is that there were moments where I sort of lost some grip, under heavy braking, under heavy acceleration and such. So it's a bit scary. I would have preferred something softer and such, but that's just how Royal Enfield likes it. I think this is great for markets such as in India, where road conditions are not that great and all. But in Malaysia, I think something more medium or softer compound tires would work better. Braking duties are managed by bi-brake twin piston calipers and grabbing 310mm disc. Of course, they come with a ABS, dual channel ABS, so no issues there. I think this is perfect for even two-finger operations on the front lever. I think it has really good feel and such. And then, if you can see the rake of this front fork. Now, this is a road bias motorcycle, so even though it shares the same frame as the Himalayan, the rake is a lot more aggressive than the Himalayan. So this results in a shorter wheelbase. So check this out. Now I can't really move this, but anyway, this is not an inverted fork. I can't really show you. This is not an, oh, there you go. It's not an inverted fork, it's a traditional fork. And the reason for this is Royal Enfield said that this is different from the Himalayan because it's good enough for what they wanted to achieve with the Guerilla. And these rubber covers were just for aesthetics, just to give it that sort of classic menacing look. The lights is the same as the Himalayan, LED of course, and LED turn signals. And then you get this colorized instrument panel with anti-glare coating. So this works great, and one thing that I truly like about this is the connectivity to the Royal Enfield app, and that gives you access to navigation via Google Maps, which is fantastic, and basically means you don't need to get a phone mount because you can get navigation through the onboard Google Maps. And then you also get dual riding modes. You get performance riding mode and you get a eco riding mode, so that's great as well. your 11-liter tank, metal. There's a metal tank, so you can use your tank bags that latch on with magnets. And then further down is a 452cc engine making 40 PS and 40 Newton meters of torque. Basically the same engine as the one on the Himalayan, except the final drive of the transmission is slightly taller for a higher top speed, and then the mid-range torque is actually more aggressive as compared to the one on the Himalayan to make it basically more aggressive on road. The frame is basically the same as the one on the Himalayan as well, but there are some differences, such as the fact that the engine is now a stressed member of the fork, and the rear subframe is completely different than the one on the Himalayan as well. The monoshock at the back is adjustable for preload. The exhaust system is similar to the one on the Royal Enfield. Talking about exhaust, let's see how it sounds like. So that's idling. And that's how it sounds like when on the rev. The seat sits about 780 millimeter off the ground, and it's a bit too low for my height. I'm roughly about 5 feet 11, 6 feet. So of course Royal Enfield has a ton of aftermarket accessories, so there's another seat that can take it up to about 800 millimeters. The rear brakes are managed by a single bi-brake caliper, and that's just good enough for all your daily needs and such. So there you have it, guys. The new Royal Enfield Guerilla 450. I can't tell you much about how this bike feels like to ride and such, because there's an embargo on that, and I can only tell you how that feels after the 27th of July. But for now, this is a brilliant looking bike, no doubt about it.